Good.
I think we're almost done.
How much of the players do you watch?
0. Besides, like the 2 hours I spent in the sports book, and then like the final putts. But
Yeah,
um,
unfortunate.
let me. All right, you want to put that on Twitter?
Sure thing. Hold on. I'm also trying to put on TikTok story.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if the link though. Like I just copy and pasted the link, but I don't know if it's actually in a link. Um, Dude, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is location good enough? Location works on
I don't think so.
didn't location work on um Instagram?
No, that's link, but I it's on Instagram.
Hold on, let me see if I can link that. No. It's a fucking GIF.
Let me look and see if I can do it.
Yeah. You can do it, that'd be class. I'll do it on Twitter now. We can figure it out later.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
All
Maybe.
right. Do you want to just like take a picture and then say at Scratch Gambler YouTube?
What?
Oh, just like do a post without the link.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who is Sone Cartel?
Tennis player.
Oh, greater Under Armour athlete than Jordan Spieth.
What?
Greater Under Armour athlete than Jordan
Oh,
Spieth.
I don't know if that's true, actually.
That's such a hard accomplishment. Not. Wow.
She's pretty laughable.
Oh, it's a she.
Search up a picture of her right now. I'd like a live reaction of her appearance.
um, can't be. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Don't want to offend anybody. Oh, I mean, like, oh, come on. Who was that number one? Who was the? It was like, what was the name? It was like the women's tennis player who was number one in the world like for 3 years and then retired at 26.
Oh, Ash Barty.
Yeah, she looks like her,
Oh, come on.
but
That's
like,
so disrespectful.
but with like triple the size of triceps.
Yeah, the triceps are
The
large.
triceps are shockingly large. She must have a huge forehand. I mean, those arms are bigger than
She
mine.
has a large forehand that doesn't find the court.
That doesn't find the surface.
It's
I mean,
usually
I have a picture of her that she beat Madison Keys this week. That's a great triumph.
yeah.
All right. Um, I think the Sunday Cartel talk ends the tennis discussion and goes into the Players Championship discussion.
Yeah, I mean it's well said. I'd hate to
That,
say I hate to celebrate too hard because
I don't.
it really is pretty it's pretty standard.
Historic.
That's
I would use the word historic.
um I wouldn't call it historic. This is something we do every year. Find ways to hit outrights when everything else is going poorly. Three in a row we've done before as well. That's nothing new. Um, the
4 in a
Grand
row, though, would be
Slam,
historic.
the Grand Slam would be historic. The Grand
Yes.
Slam would be historic, but
Touch them all.
overall, yeah, I mean, I didn't have much hope on Sunday going into it,
I
but
had so much hope.
I'll pat my own back because I said Ludwig wasn't primed for a win, and God damn it, I was correct. He was not ready to be in that moment. So yes, I'll pat myself on the back as I was catching some flack for that pick for being so
Internally.
anti Ludwig, but I mean it's I think this is the week I need to see from him. To be fair, for me to be fully blown on him for the Masters,
Oh, yes.
he'll be an auto wager at the Masters for me personally, but
In us as a
he wasn't
collective.
big enough for the moment this week. He hadn't been in contention enough to be able to close that out. And Cam Young is just a fitting players champion. He really is. Uh, I also loved Cam Young this week, so thank you to myself as well again there. But I know you also did, Ryan. So I mean, as did Elise.
Oh,
We all did.
we
It was almost too obvious pick for a championship like this.
we all did. I will take a little credit because I think I was the first one to mention it, but at least quickly was like, yes. Um,
Well, yeah, Elise is never not gonna love Cam
yeah,
Young. Elise has been
yeah.
on Cam Young
I,
since
I
before people knew what Cam Young.
I served up a volleyball spike to her. But yeah, no, I mean, I told the story. I put it on the victory TikTok yesterday. It was shocking. I mean, I said it. I'm going to repeat myself. Basically, when we go into these big championships, I have my pick to win, not like the outright card, but my like official pick to win the tournament in mind a few weeks ahead, and that was going to be Scotty, and he was just like, and we're gonna be talking about this later about how I'm not going to be picking Scotty to win this Masters. I don't believe. So my pick went from Scotty to not because he's been playing so terribly. I was going to pick Rory to win this tournament. Um, and then just the back injury happened that completely flipped to 180. I was going to pick Akshay Bhatia. I had an epiphany on Friday evening of the Arnold Palmer that Akshay Bhatia was going to win a big tournament. It was going to be the Players. Little did I know it was going to be the Arnold Palmer. And I thought, I really do like Akshay this week, but I just don't think he's going to win back to back. And then, like, I look back, oh, we could not have been higher on Cam Young after that Ryder Cup. We tweeted it out, oh, whispering, is Cam Young going to have a Scotty Scheffler esque breakout from his Ryder Cup performance? And it wasn't like that in the immediate beginning of this season. And I was a little low on Cam Young because of that. I expected high things, but then I took a big boy step back. People have tough starts to the season. People don't fly out of the gates at the Century, at the Pebble Beach Pro Am. T7 at Riviera, T3 at the Arnold Palmer. He drove the lights out of it at the Arnold Palmer, which was the biggest thing, which kind of been like light bulb. Ken Young's going to win this Players Championship. And you said how you do not feel good going into Sunday. I watched this entire tournament. I know you didn't have much of it. You were on vacation. I just never not felt so great about Cam Young this week. Beginning of the week, I loved Cam Young. After Thursday, he was so steady, -4. After Friday, he was 3 back to Ludwig. He was 1 behind Xander. I still loved him. Both of them had massive rounds on Friday. He was -4, -5. He was steady. Saturday was concerning. Saturday is where it really became concerning because Saturday and it bled into Sunday. He did not hit wedges from the fairway well at all, and he did not hit drives on the par fives well at all. but he hung around. He hung around. He doubled 18, which was a stab to the heart. Four
Yeah,
back
that
going into
hurt. I
Sunday.
watched that
Yeah, you
part.
watched that. Yeah, that was devastating. But even at that point, I really like didn't consider Thor Bjornsson a factor at all. I mean, I did put a message in our group chat. It would be really irresponsible essentially to rule out a Thor Bjornsson 77 today. As a Thor fan, I love Thor, and it would be really irresponsible not to consider that, and it was exactly that. Four back of Ludwig, who I'm not as much as a Ludwig doubter as you are, but he's been in this spot before. 2024 U.S.
Well,
Open.
I'm not necessarily a Ludwig doubter. I was just a Ludwig doubter recently, just because he's
Yeah,
been
I'm
so
not. I'm not
far
talking about.
from he's been so far from winning that I didn't see him getting into contention. And even if he was playing well and just winning a championship like this,
No, it's fair. Yeah,
it's the
no,
first tournament in a year since he's contended.
yeah, no, I agree with you, but I would say just overall, your thoughts on that matter are stronger than mine were. Even with that said, like the 2024 U.S. Open, it wasn't great. The 2025 Masters, I mean, people forget he was tied for the lead on the 17th hole, and he goes three putt quadruple bogey or triple bogey. Like everyone gave him a pass because like, oh, it's okay. You shouldn't have been in that position in the first spot. But just in a vacuum, you're tied for the lead at the Masters, and you go three putt 17th hole, triple bogey in the 18th hole. Like he got a massive pass for that. Looking back, and I was a part of it. I completely was, but and then really hasn't been in contention since then until now.
Yeah.
And I like it was such a weird dynamic of I never felt Ludwig was going to lose that event, but I always felt Cam Young was in a good position. And then the 11th hole happened. And then it became very clear it was going to be a Matt Fitzpatrick Cam Young duel, which we also had Matt Fitzpatrick, which was just a beautiful sight. But I was rooting for Cam Young big time. Like I didn't have a wager on Matt Fitzpatrick. And I felt good about him up until I don't know if you saw the shot at all. The second shot on 16 into the wind, 250, water all over the place. You cannot go long, so you can't hit three wood. That's like the hardest shot I've ever seen pre-shot. He hooks it, hits a tree, gets down into a one of the worst plug lies you'll ever see in your life. And I thought the tournament was over at that point. The third shot on 16 was probably the shot of the championship. To hit it next to Matt Fitz, tie the hole, be one down on 17, when I thought right before him, McIntyre is in a better position and he chips it into the water. I thought the championship was done when I saw that plug fly. Cam Young handled that so good. The putting is being talked about by everyone rightfully. It's insane the 180 that's been taken. And then yeah, he had so many moments before. He had another one and he finally set up doing it with that shot on 17 and that drive on 18.
Yeah,
It was beautiful.
yeah, I certainly think that I am a little bit disappointed that even though this is one of my favorite tournaments, I think that from what I saw, the conditions made this championship extremely exciting, which is awesome to see because you usually don't get that at the players. And I'm hoping that that is a set up thing, and not a just mistake, a one off. If it is a
Absolutely was set up.
if it is like that, my opinion, I'm open minded to changing my opinion on TPC Sawgrass in the future. However, it will not change based on one tournament because the PGA Tour finds incredible ways to mess up things that the fans enjoy. So we'll
The Jay
see.
Monahan PGA Tour.
Well, it's I'd like to. I don't think one guy can make that big of a difference, but maybe he can. Maybe Roll Up really is that guy, and we'll see. But I I do like that. I did like what I saw out of the off the tee penalty because that was what I thought was a really poor part of the course. Um, I liked to see that what seemed to be that be a very entertaining part of this week compared to other tournaments. I did like to see the firmness in the greens. You get that every once in a while at the players, but not as firm as I was seeing them. So I like that. You mentioned the pins in your TikTok. I didn't get enough information on that to be able to give my take on that, but
specifically the 18th hole. The 18th hole pin on Saturday and Sunday. The one on Saturday was you could classify it as unfair, and it was
I mean, it can always be.
beautiful to
I'm a
watch.
huge promoter of unfair.
Oh, I mean, Bob, it was truly you had to. It was 3 feet away from this massive ridge and hill that you had to climb. If you did not climb it, you're going 45 feet down into the right, potentially in the water, depending on the angle and speed that your ball is coming in from and the speed is which it fails to climb it. Like some people went in the water like that. And if you do climb it with anything but perfect speed, you're going long over the green into the rough. It was truly nearly impossible to hit a good shot into that pin, and it was glorious. It was doubled by the fact that it was downwind, howling both days, and the 18th hole downwind going into the green. That's like one of the hardest shots I've ever seen with that firmness of the greens. Like that hole probably plays harder downwind than into the wind, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, the pin thing was specifically on 18. 16 was really good. 17, like I like love TPC Sawgrass. I talked about how it's definitively the best course on the PGA Tour after today, and like I'm like a pretty similar boat as Brandel is. Like 17 is not like my biggest forte. The one on Sunday is awesome. 17 on
Yeah, I agree
Sunday
with
is
that.
awesome, but like 17 on Thursday through Saturday is whatever. Um, what were some other ones? Like 14, 14 was diabolical. 14 is one of the greatest championship holes in
I did
America.
hear a lot of good things about 14.
Oh, so good.
Going into this week.
It was another one where the pin was brutally unfair on Saturday. I mean, Bridgman,
Yeah.
he had one putt, and Cam had the same putt, which he handled much better, to be fair, on Saturday. He did miss it, but he left himself a tap in for bogey. Bridgman had the same putt, like 10 feet above the hole, breaking 3 feet to his right. He barely misses it. I like look down away thinking it's a tap and bogey. It runs out 7 feet. It just kept on going. It was beautiful.
Yeah. It's great to hear. I really do
Yeah.
think that because I've been very honest. I do think that it's an elite finishing stretch, but my problem was with the other 15 holes on the golf course. And I think what that really comes down to is I think a golf course is defined by its par fives, and 2 and 9 just aren't for me. I don't think they're very. I just don't think they're very great holes. I
Could
think
not
they're
disagree
very
more.
average. I think
Can you say
11's a
why?
great par five. But I just don't think nine's a great par five. I don't think
Can you say
I
why?
just what
Can you describe why? Because I think they're phenomenal par fives.
I think that for two, it's just very basic. Like I feel like two doesn't have much character to it besides that. Like I know they have that has that super small bunker, but that's really only in play to one, maybe two pins, to where that's extremely difficult. Nine's just too quirky for me, to be honest. The fact that it's you hit it down the middle of the fairway. You have 275 in over trees, and if you hit it down the right side and almost go in the water, you have 240 and a clear shot. It's just not for
That's
me.
is that that's not that's is that not the most beautiful off the tee decision you have to make that you ever heard of? That's
Yeah,
incredible
no,
strategic decisions you have to know why. I
it's
will
just
say with two,
that's just not for me. I think that I think
it's
that
so you're
I
saying when you
what?
when you say you can eliminate the water down the right side, you can take the safest route down the left side, have 290 in, having to hook it 40 yards around trees, but take the safer shot off the tee, or you have the chance to hit it or have 250 into the green, risk the water down the right side, have a clearer shot. You're saying that's not an incredible decision you have to make off the tee. You're saying that's not incredible theater to watch of which decision which guys make. And also the second shot is brutally hard. It's nearly
It
impossible to
is
hold that green.
exactly, which is my other problem with it.
I can say it is a
Like
little.
you don't get eagle putts on that green, which doesn't make the risk reward worth it for me.
That is a fair point, but I think that it is, with it being so impossible, your drive does determine your leave for your third shot, because you saw like Fitz and Ludwig yesterday both hit perfect drives and both had relatively easy chips. Neither got it up and down. Both hit it to about 10 feet and missed the putts. You can't race it by. the front pin yesterday because it was going to roll down. But Cam Young, he tries to hit it down the left side. He hooks it a little bit, and he again makes one of the best pars you'll ever see on a par five. He is in this like left bunker, 70 yards short of the green with two trees guarding it. I love 9. And I just think you are a little jaded with 9 with your Jordan Spieth association of how poorly he plays that golf hole, which would be fair. It's a championship hole, and non-championship players get destroyed by it.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, again, I don't like par fives where you don't see eagle putts. I think that they're pointless holes.
I would
For the
say
most part.
I would appreciate if the green was a little more receptive. That is my only complaint with 9. I love the off the
I
tee
just would
strategy.
rather it be a little shorter. Like I think if you
You can't.
I think that tee shot risk reward is fantastic if a foot from the water is a 199 shot versus a
Yeah, but
235,
just the
240
way
shot.
that's set up is just you can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. That's my problem with the setup.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I prefer it the way it is.
I
If
mean,
you
that's
just
fair.
if you
I
go
just I
into
think
it,
that's where
if
we
you
differ.
go
I think a
in,
course is defined by its par fives, and you think the par fives are brilliant, and I don't. I think
yeah,
that only two of them are, and I think two of them are fairly just eh.
I think two
So
is like 2 isn't great. It's undisputably good. Like you have to hit a draw off the tee, you have to hit a fade into that green. The green's underrated. I mean, Xander and Cam Young both had like what they thought were relatively easy chip shots on Saturday, and both run it off the back of the green, trying to get a little too aggressive, and they have to grind for par. So two is definitely the weakest of the. 2 is not great. It's very good. 9 is, in some opinions, phenomenal, and because you're not the only one who holds his opinion, could be tragic. But also,
yeah,
like on the other holes, like we've had the par five discussion. Um, like 4 is an unbelievable par 4. It was truly like I've told this to you before, or our chat before. That like off the tee is my least favorite part of the professional golf game, and that's why um, I kind of skew more towards courses where the approach shots are cooler, the around the greens are cooler. But like 4 is such a difficult drive, and it is such a hole clearly defined by if you hit the fairway, you have a funnel pin wedge shot to every single pin. Every single pin on that green is a funnel pin wedge if you hit the fairway. And if not, if you miss the fairway, you are nearly guaranteed a bogey. So that
yeah,
contrast on a 370-yard par 4 was incredible. Fifth holes, the sixth hole is one of the best. I love the sixth hole. Fifth and seventh are okay. The eighth's a monster of a par 3. 10 is okay. I like 10 a lot, though. I like any hole in this modern age. And this is why I like 2 a little bit more, too, than you do. In this age where, 80% of guys are hitting fades predominantly off the tee, any hole that requires a huge draw off the tee, I love. That's 2. That's 10. That's probably a few others on this course. 16, 18, like just it's an incredible off the tee test. It's my favorite one that we see, including the majors, including Augusta.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
mean
that's
that's I think it's fair. It's just
my
it's
yeah, my appreciation
I
for
I don't. Yeah, I just yeah I don't really know why. I just can't get behind this golf course, but I can get behind golf courses that are not um that are not requiring conditions every year. So if this
yeah.
course starts to be tough even when it rains and gets really
Oh,
wet and soft, then maybe I'll start to come around on it
and
because
it got windy in that final
it
hour,
did.
and
It
it was
did. It was like
so
18
hard.
miles an
It
hour. Yeah,
was
I mean that
so hard.
yeah. So I guess we'll see. My mind's open to changing on the players, like yours has in the last few years. If this
Yeah, no,
continues,
I was
but
previously a Sawgrass hater, and I've been rebirthed.
yeah, I certainly don't think um there's any part of this golf course that is the best on tour. But I mean, I still have it probably like sixth
Yeah, but
on my
that's that's
list.
that's that's no, it's not like that.
It's just not saying very
That's a
much.
disingenuous statement. Yeah, that's like you're trying to gain
So
brownie points
yeah,
compared to the
so
PGA Tour courses. All right,
I'm
and yeah.
excited for Cam Young. I think he'll win multiple majors in his career.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I
I
mean,
I think that you said it well. He is a great putter.
he is a great putter. I'm gonna
Yeah.
transition to a point that I was eager to bring up. Does he already have one major?
No, I think that's one of your worst takes of all time.
Oh, I couldn't like. You're saying that
There are
championship,
people who
and it's
win the Players Championship, who have won the Players Championship, that don't win it if it's a major.
yeah, that's maybe like in 2006. Have you
No,
seen the
Fowler.
winners? I mean, Fowler, that was his one clean. He was a great player. He had four top fives in the majors in 2014, and then the next shot he got.
No, the Players Championship is the highest pedigree on tour. It is not comparable in any which way to a major.
It is just absolutely better and more respectable for a major
It has
than
more of an
half.
identity than the PGA Championship, but it is
It's
certainly not more respectable.
I respect the Players Championship far more than handful of PGAs. The 2025 PGA at Quail Hollow, a PGA Tour course that is worse than Sawgrass, that they played for a second time in a major for 8 years at a course that they see every single time. Again, is that a major championship compared to Sawgrass? Compared to the conditions that we just saw, not even close.
No, it's
Well,
not, but that's
it's
like
not a major. Like
it's
this is
it's
I respect this tournament more than the 2025 PGA Championship. 2024 PGA
I
Championship.
mean, yeah, I respect plenty of tournaments more than I respect certain majors. Like there are some like I don't respect the Aaron Hills US Open.
I mean, that one, it's
Like
like
it's just like the
I
only
res-
case that you're saying is that the players is more of an identity. It certainly is not a more prestigious championship. There's not a single
it is.
person.
The PGA
There's not a
Championship,
single person in the world who would rather have a players champion. That would rather have two players championships than have one PGA.
but that's just because of the major thing. Like that, like the PGA
Yeah,
is designated as a major, which like that's I'm not arguing that. Would you
yeah,
rather win
correct.
the
The
players?
players is not like when you're walking down the 18th at the players, you are not feeling the pressure that you're feeling at the PGA Championship.
I mean, at 2024 Valhalla, TPC signature event Valhalla, that's one of the worst tournaments I've seen in my
It
entire
doesn't
life.
matter. Xander and
I
Bryson were feeling much more pressure than Cam Young was coming
because
down
it's
the
been
18th.
assigned major value because it said
Correct.
is a major.
Correct.
But that's not the
So it's
doing
not a
of
major.
every,
There you
but
go.
that's not
It's
the
not a
doing of
major.
every
That's the end of
come
the
on.
discussion.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No,
It's
it's
not
not.
a major.
It's not a major because the players has been around for 50 years. The PGA Championship has been around for 100 years. The prior 97, 98 PGA Championships that were good, most of them were good, led to the 99th PGA at Valhalla, which was a fucking disgrace getting labeled as major championship worthy. We should be reassigning major value. Like
That just
I like
that's
the
just the
courses
stupidest thing you could
the
possibly say.
the courses at the PGA Championship is what takes away. Like I know I'm talking about identity. I don't care about identity at the PGA Championship if the course is the
Yeah,
most
but you
bland
still
thing
have
ever.
to go out there and win a major championship.
But like at Valhalla, you really don't. You just
Like
have to
like
like do
like there's a
anything and like
reason why there's only one major that stays at the same course, and there's a reason for that.
oh, I mean, I disagree. Like I think the U.S. Open could stay at Oakmont each year and be a hell of a major championship. It could
Absolutely
stay at
not. I
Shannon.
think
What do
the
you mean? No,
rotation's the best part.
It's no, I'm not saying it wouldn't be better if it did that, but it would absolutely be like the U.S. Open at Oakmont
So
every single
what are
year.
you asking? Are you saying that the players should be a major, or that the players is more of a major than the PJ Championship? Because both of them are wrong, regardless.
I would say there's
If you're saying you respect the players more than the PJ
my
Championship as
my
a
official
tournament,
stance
fine. You can't say you respect the win more.
my official stance, and we can end the discussion here, is I would like to have a trial. We can have the jury be 12 diehard golf fans. We can have it be 120. We have professional lawyers argue on both sides, the PGA Championship and the Players Championship. Which one gets called the fourth major going forward, using past data, using forward-looking data, using eye test in the past and the present. And I would like that case to be rest. And I know, as if I was in the jury, I would choose the Players Championship within
Oh,
30
that
seconds.
is a disgrace to the sport, I think.
Nope,
It's a
nope.
disgrace to the sport.
That's my official take.
It's a
PGA
disgrace to the
Championship
sport.
blows. Aronimic's gonna stink.
Yeah, I mean that's a fine take. But
Like the Cameron Young is
changing
the
the
fourth.
entire outlook of how we look at careers
Well,
would
no.
be
The
horrendous.
The PGA Championship from, I would say, like 2023 is a real major.
Yeah, but you
2022 was a
can't pick
real
and
major.
choose. That's not your choice to make.
Yes, I can, because the
It's the
course is
PGA's problem for picking
the
bad courses, but that's not your choice to make.
okay. Fine. I don't have to go backwards and take away majors, although I will think that Valhalla is my major. Going forward, though, like the 2026,
You could count that as a yes, that's fine. That's fine. You can go. I'm fine with going back and counting majors as half majors, but there are plenty of players I'd count as half majors as well.
sure, but like
Like
my
every tournament you can count as a half
with
major if the conditions are shitty.
no, but the course is just at a championship level, this is why you're not agreeing with me, because you feel lesser about Sawgrass than I do, which is fine. Last take on this.
Yeah, but
I'm
Sawgrass
saying
has played poorly before.
not really. Again, that's like
There
just
have been
your stance.
soft 20 under years.
I mean, you can't. What are you going to do about
That's what
rain?
I'm saying. You can't do anything about. You can't just say the course
There
stinks
wasn't rain at
this year.
Valhalla. There wasn't rain at Valhalla, though. There was no rain at
Yeah,
Valhalla.
correct. But what I'm
That's it.
saying is, every year you're going to get a different Sawgrass. Like that is the reality. That's golf.
No, you're not. I just don't
Every
think
year
so.
you're getting a different every course.
No, you're not. You're making it too cut and dry by just weather. Sawgrass.
No,
You're not giving Sawgrass enough respect.
I'm saying that if you change, let's say you change the players to a major going forward next year, right?
Yep.
That would just not feel the same.
I disagree completely.
I think that if you were like, it would be weird. It would be weird with the schedule. I mean, it's like I just think it would be blasphemous and all.
You're
So
not
because
accustomed
you
to
don't
change.
consider the British Amateur when it was a major, do you?
I consider it more of a major than the PGA Championship at Valhalla.
You're using one PGA
Quail Hollow.
Championship as
Both
a
Quail Hollows, Bell Reeve,
yeah, but they went back
Stage,
to Valhalla because
Harding
it
Park.
was a playable course in 2014. Was that the year they played it?
I mean, it was a playable course. It was still
Yeah, they'll
minus
never go
18
back
winner.
to Valhalla. It
Yeah.
ran its course.
It was a disgrace. The leadership at the PGA is also what's killed my love for that championship.
I mean, I think it's hilarious to say the leadership of the PGA is worse than the leadership of the PGA Tour in the last 10 years, but we can have that discussion if you like as well.
Yeah, no, this is why I'm saying going forward. Like this was my point. I said at the final point.
You
like,
want to put the PGA Tour in charge of a major
with Brian Roloff? Yes, this is what I want. I want my
with,
jury. I want my lawyer.
I
will be in charge of hiring.
About the history of the PGA Tour since you've been born. You want them in charge of a major championship?
Jay Monahan will not be in charge of the major championship. Yes, I do. I want Brian Roloff leading a major championship.
So you're now saying that the players should be going forward a major because of 1 year under new leadership.
Taking into account the past 6 years of PGA Championship leadership and the 1 year I saw PGA Tour leadership, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's just hilarious.
Nope.
I hope you get
Nope.
proven wrong next year. I'm not even going to go into the tournament with an open mind. I hope the
Hey,
player
hey,
stinks.
we're gonna I'm gonna put this as a clip out, and we're gonna see which side people fall on. All right.
I don't think
We
your stance was ever even made clear. I don't know whether you want it to be
What do you
a major
mean?
going forward,
I
whether you just respect the
Going
tournament
forward.
more.
No, going forward, I want this to be a major over the PJ Championship. That's my stance.
I think it would be terrible for the sport. I think it would blow up in your face.
We'll see. We'll see. I think my trial
I think the
idea
players
was
is its own
phenomenal.
identity. I think the players is its own identity, and it is a very prestigious event to win. It's the fifth biggest event to win, and it will never not be that.
Until the PGA Championship decides to go to good courses, I think the player should be the fourth major, and the PGA Championship should be a signature event.
That's incredible. That's incredible. This is absolute rage bait.
No, it's not. The PGA. I put the major thing. I don't care. Like the history, I care about. And I do want to get off the subject because I want to talk about a few more players at the players rapid fire mode and then go into a little Masters talk. But the history of the PGA is flushed down the toilet with the decisions in the past 10 years, with the courses, with the course setup, with the ease of it, the bunching of the leaderboards at the PGA. The separation at the players is far greater than the PGA separation.
I mean, it's just so easy for you to sit there with that take. And I just think it would be disgraceful for a TPC course to host a major championship. I think it would be disgraceful. And it has been disgraceful in the past when TPC Harding Park hosted it. I think it's disastrous. It should never
Exactly.
happen.
Exactly. That's a PGA championship course.
Yeah. A TPC
Sawgrass
Sawgrass
is
should never host a major, even though it's a good course.
it's a great course. All right. If we don't have much time, we go into Masters talk. JT, good week. Thoughts on JT quickly.
Well, he's a major loser. So I'm crossing him off for the
He has two
Masters.
half majors.
I'm crossing him off for the Masters. I'll give him I'll I'll give him a good chance this week though.
Thoughts on Fitzpatrick from this past Players Championship going forward?
I'm done with Fitzpatrick. He's a loser.
I said it yesterday. I sold all my stock on Fitzpatrick this going into this week. I'm buying it all back. I got a bad price in the buyback. I don't care.
No,
I
I'm
was
I'm done with
it
him.
was
I'm
it was
done with him.
it was championship stuff yesterday. It was
And
absolute
then he
stones
lost with a bogey on 18 after leading.
on one of the hardest holes on the
Yeah, but
PGA
he didn't make.
Tour.
He could have put the tournament away if he just made birdie on 16.
16 was
Snap hook.
playing 20 miles into the fan. Cam
He
Young,
put it in the trees.
sure. Even if he hits a good drive there, Cam Young, who hit it dead down the middle of the fairway, who would have been 30 yards ahead of him, he couldn't even. He made a great par. Fitzpatrick, if he's in the fairway 25 yards behind him, he's not making birdie likely. That hole was playing
yeah,
so
but he
hard.
definitely didn't play the hole very well.
I mean, he played it fine. He hit a bad drive.
Yeah, he had a bad drive on 16. He had a bad drive on 18. With
Yeah.
the tournament in his hands.
No, it was not in his hands.
Lost again.
It was not in his hands.
He's not a
at all.
winner. He's not a winner. I bet. I think. I mean, yeah. I mean, Fitz just plays a really great style of golf. Like it's a huge winning formula. So I'm not going to cross him off in history, but I think he is just week after week just shown me loser mentality for the last 2 months. And
he's probably gonna win the RBC Heritage.
yeah, he will.
And then
He'll miss the cut
Edwardsville.
at the Masters and then win the RBC.
And then probably win the Open Championship, which I said a month ago. Which
I could see him winning an Open.
Xander, does he win a major this year?
I don't know. I think it's an interesting one just because
This was a real positive week from Xander, in my opinion. Even with the Saturday 74.
Here's my take. I think Fitzpatrick right now is giving me the same vibes as Xander was a few years ago. I think he's gonna have to find some big boy nut performances to be able to get himself in a position to win a big tournament. Xander did it, and then Xander won big tournaments. I think Xander now is what you could call He's a great champion. I mean, he did win an incredible Open, even though he
I would
didn't
call,
have majors. But
yeah. But like that's the argument you can make. Like that Open was so great, it could be 1.5 majors with his. I even say like 0.25 major.
yeah, completely. So
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to see Xander if we have an outright at the Masters
No, no, he's been
on the
close to that
leaderboard,
course many times.
but
Xander
I
might be
don't
my
know.
pick to win the Masters. I have no clue who I'm going to pick to win the Masters.
If Hideki doesn't start showing form, I might pick Ludwig.
Who are your top 3 picks to win the Masters right now? I have zero clue. I think
Ludwig, Hideki, and Spieth. You're welcome.
how serious is that? Because I was considering as that my third too.
It's incredibly serious. Also incredibly biased. But
He is doing the correct things that I need to see him from
yeah,
him.
I completely agree. I mean, the players is always a throwout year for him, anyways. So
But like this is like a decent players result for him with like
yeah,
just 3 catastrophic holes. Were
yeah.
what were you aware of any of the Spieth ongoings throughout the week?
I mean, I wasn't awake during the round where he made the 6 birdies, but I did see he made a lot of long putts and also missed a lot of short putts.
Not on Saturday or not on
Didn't
Friday.
didn't he miss 2 4-footers in that stretch?
Only one. He only
Oh,
missed one.
oh,
It was
wow.
yeah. He missed one. He made a 50-footer and then followed that with a 5 foot miss. But other than that, he was stones from like the same 5 6 foot distance.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was disastrous driving. The irons, the I talked about this yesterday as well on the TikTok. Everything is in perfect shape for Augusta if the 150 plus irons get better. Because I still don't believe they're in a good spot to win Augusta. The wedges are. The wedges might be full blown the best in the PGA Tour right now, but there's just not enough wedge opportunities at Augusta. The driving can be as bad as it's been, and just get like the 175 click, get the 7 iron going, and it could be full blown contention for the first time in years of that course.
Yeah, it'll be chills.
I would say I pick to win the Masters right now. I really hate saying this because like he was playing really bad, but like he did just win this week.
I still think Scheffler will firmly be back into form
I
by the
mean, Scheffler's gonna
Masters.
like. I think Scheffler's gonna like. I don't think he's gonna be in form. I think he's gonna be in terrible form and finish like sixth.
It's possible.
I think it is it Bryson's time.
Oh yeah, Bryson, that's my third. You're
He
right.
he did
He's
he
just
did
playing insane golf
he
still.
did just win at Live. It's just so good. No, he wasn't playing insane golf though. He just won. He's been playing like not great before that.
Didn't he win? He's won multiple times on Live this year though. No,
I don't think so. I thought that was his first win.
I
I
think
could be
I think he has.
mistaken.
I think he
It could
has.
actually be better. Yeah. So like, I'd say Bryson. Do I think Cam Young is going to join the likes of Scotty and Rory, two of the top 10 best players ever, winning the Players and Masters in the same year for 3 straight years? That's happening.
No,
I
I
just
don't
don't
think.
think so. It's not a slight against Cam Young, but that happening 3 straight years and it being two top 10 players ever doing it the first 2 times, I just don't think that's going to be Cam Young yet joining that group. It's not going to be Fitz. Could be Jacob Bridgman. Jacob Bridgman could win the Masters, although he's going to win the Valspar this week, potentially.
Yeah,
Could be Jordan Spieth. It is likely going to be Ludwig. It's definitely not going to be Justin Thomas winning the Masters.
no, Justin Thomas will.
It
Justin
it
Thomas will have a
really,
really early tee time Saturday.
I'm gonna go officially. Oh God, I don't know. I'm gonna do T1 third, T1 Bryson, T1 Ludwig, third Akshay. Akshay is playing so well. To follow that win with just a casual T13 at the Players,
Don't hate
when
that at all.
when what won him the Arnold Palmer was his short game and putting. His short game of putting was not good this past week. He's finishing high in each tournament he plays in different ways. Lefties play great at Augusta. Ooh, boy. I might make Akshay my first pick to an Augusta.
It would be kind of chills.
Yeah.
It would stink because we probably. Do you think we'll bet him? Probably
What are
not.
his odds? What are his odds right now to win the Masters? If you had to guess, there's certain who do you think has
45?
who do you think has better odds to win the Masters? Jordan Spieth or Akshay Bhatia?
Spieth.
I mean I know Spieth is 40-1.
Yeah, I think Spieth. I think Akshay's probably like 45.
If that's the case, I just don't see how it's not a wager. Spieth, yeah, Spieth's 40. Akshay, oh wow, Akshay's 60. I mean, that don't have to be a placement in the next 7 minutes.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah,
might
well,
have to
we
be
should definitely talk to Elise and see if
like the
that's a
next.
wager.
Like
I mean, it would
instant.
also be really, really immature to not talk about the fact that Patrick Reed will roll into form.
I mean, there's one. It would be really immature not to mention one final player
Yeah,
that's rolling into
I
form.
especially since it's a full blown reset for him back at home. This could be the difference.
I mean, it really could. Like, we were so high on him last year. I think we just bought a little too early. It really, I mean, I have some insider information. I'm liking what we're seeing on the range. I'm liking what we're seeing on the chipping green. I'm
I
liking
mean,
what we're seeing in the gem.
lefties play well at Augusta.
We're all over Akshay Bhatia. And if you're not aware of who we're talking about, we're of course talking about. Let me get his odds, which are probably going to be greatly disrespectful.
300 to 1.
Um, no, he's actually better than that.
Really?
The
The books just might be scared to get raped like they did in 2021.
Where the hell is he? All right. Phil Mickelson, of course, who we're talking about. Is he not even available? He's not available on DK right now.
It's probably a good thing.
Sham. That's a
books.
sham.
Yeah, I mean that means that they know something.
They're terrified. Okay, I was wrong. They did show him. He's 200 to 1.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
It's a great wager. So I hope Phil plays well. I know Akshay's going to play well. I have no clue who I'm going to pick to win the Masters yet. I mean, I said Bryson, Ludwig, Akshay. I'd be shocked if Akshay's still not in that top 3, but those top 2 could change rapidly. I don't think I'm going to pick Scotty. I don't think I'm going to pick Rory because I don't know if Rory's going to play again before the Masters. I could pick Spieth, unfortunately. If I see the slightest improvements, especially with Scotty and Rory not playing, I definitely could pick Spieth. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be chills. Have you thought about flying down to Scratch Gambler headquarters in Tempe for the Masters?
It won't be that, unfortunately. It's just it's really tough with the balancing of PTO. I've come to learn. This is like the most I've ever traveled in my life, unfortunately. Next year definitely is in the cards. Absolutely.
It is. It'll be great.
Just so many vacations I'm going on this year.
Yeah. Well, after Vegas, I won't be going on too many vacations in the next near future, but
that's great to hear. We're fully locking into the Scratch Gambler way.
Yeah, we are.
It's just had a phenomenal weekend. It on all fronts. Well,
not really.
Not the hard courts.
Certainly not the ice.
Not the hard courts. Not the ice. Certainly the grass.
The grass was fantastic. The grass is a winning. The grass is a winning surface for the Scratch Gamblers.
Yes, get me to Wimbledon.
Yep. But I think that's all we have for today. We'll be back tomorrow with some outright picks for the Valspar, which of course is now must bet. Since we are going for the Grand Slam, the odds that we hit the odds that we hit the Grand Slam are much higher than Spieth. So
Yes. So make sure to tune in tomorrow. The
yeah,
card for 4 in a row. I mean, it's. I'm thinking when I go to bed tonight, the exact wagers we're going to be placing, how we're going to place them, where we're going to place them. It all matters. Everything matters. Every decision you make up until then
yeah. What's gonna
matters.
be the prettiest looking ticket?
Yes. The chase for the Grand Slam is on.
It
And I
is.
mean,
The chase for the Grand Slam is on.
people are talking about Scotty at Shinnecock. I'm talking about Scratch at Innisbrook.
Yes. Couldn't have said it any better myself. We'll see
Couldn't
you
have
tomorrow for the chase for the Grand Slam.
well said.